Connor Davis. My number was 465, and I went to Stony Brook University.
So when did you come out of Stony Brook?
2017.
And what have you been doing since 2017?
So the first year was just staying ready, staying in shape. Ended up getting involved in the AAF. Went to one of their combines down in Atlanta, late 2017, or late 2018, I should say. And then I was able to jump into that season 2019, and the XFL after that this year, 2020. So that's really where my time's been spent.
I heard you were the first draft pick in the AAF for Trey's team, right?
Yeah, so they had the supplemental draft for guys that weren't associated with the team, and I ended up having the opportunity to be the first pick for the Birmingham Iron that season.
And then what team did you play in the XFL?
St. Louis.
St. Louis?
Yeah.
Okay. So you've played in 2 leagues since 17, staying healthy, staying on the grind.
Staying at it, man.
What did you weigh in today?
263.
263? And your height?
6'8".
On the dot?
Yep, on the dot.
6'8", 263. And now, when you think about playing tight end, you remind me of the old school Fred Wakefield. I know you don't know who it is.
No.
Okay.
What's the name?
Fred Wakefield. So Fred was a hybrid defensive end and tight end for us at the Oakland Raiders.
Okay.
He was 6'7" and about your size. I think he's a little bit bigger. He's 273, but it was a guy who he was our switchblade. Like if we need a blocking tight end, like he can come in block, and then if we actually needed a rush end or something during the game, got hurt, we could put him over there. He dual threaded for us. So when I was watching you move around today, I saw the same kind of athleticism, same bend in and out of your routes, and you were able to adjust to balls that were maybe behind you and different things. So have you played tight end your whole life?
No, so that's actually funny that you mentioned that, because I was recruited as a defensive end in college.
Okay.
I started as a D end, and I probably played throughout college. I played as much D end, if not more, than I did tight end.
Okay, see, I saw it. I could tell. All right.
So that was I played no tight end back in high school. I was a wide receiver, D end, wide receiver. They just threw me in there because I could move well and I had height to run fades. So they would just have to throw me in there, run a couple fades a game, call it a day.
Right.
But when I got to college, I started as a D end. And then I actually transitioned between defensive end, offensive tackle, and tight end. I changed positions 7 times.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it was kind of, we just kept having these situations. Maybe we would lose a guy in the summer. Maybe a guy would be ineligible, or a guy would get hurt, and I would show up to camp first day. I'd show up to camp, coach would pull me aside, be like, hey, I need you to play tackle for me this season, or hey, I need you to do DN for me. So it was, I had an opportunity to get a lot of different experiences throughout my college career.
Obviously, with the height, you ever play basketball?
High school, I did a bit. I only played 1 year serious my junior year. I always just did it more for fun and to stay in shape. But after my junior year, it was all football.
All football.
Yeah.
And now, were you ever a team captain in college?
College, no.
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 Okay. Depending on the room you were in, were you the leader in that room?
Yeah, absolutely. So one thing, we definitely had guys when I was in college that were kind of more vocal. For me, I'm a big guy. I would like to lead by example, and I was very into a lot of the different rooms. So we had certain guys that kind of stick with the tight end, and stick with offense throughout all my positional changes. I had an opportunity between defense, offense, and kind of everybody on the team. I could go in that room and just mesh in that room. But overall, I'm kind of just keep my head down, work hard, kind of do the right thing when it needs to be done. And the more vocal guys ended up becoming the captains for us, I should say.
Gotcha. If I called your coach and asked them, your college coach, and asked them to describe you, what would his report sound like coming over the phone line to me?
I think a couple things he would say is I'm willing to do whatever it takes to help the team win. I'm very dedicated towards the ultimate goal of the team, towards what we're trying to do as a program. And I'm a guy that you don't really have to worry about off the field or on the field. Whatever needs to be done, I'll do it. I always kind of do the right thing, kind of keep my head in the right place, and just work hard in whatever it is I'm doing.
Where's hometown?
I'm actually 30 minutes away from here, Harford County, Maryland. I grew up in Bel Air.
And no offers from University of Maryland or?
No, there was some talks coming out of high school. They wanted to bring me in as a tackle. So they were saying they could give me kind of a preferred walk-on at defensive end, or they could maybe look into the avenue of working towards a scholarship at offensive tackle. But I was set on the end. Stony Brook was my first offer, and I just kind of, that loyalty kind of stuck in my mind. find them committing there.
Is mom and dad still in Hartford County?
Yes.
All right, and mom and dad together?
No, they've been separate since I was 3.
Okay, and what's dad do?
So he's in sales. He's a food broker, so he kind of works as that middleman between distributors and restaurants.
Oh, okay. And mom?
She's also in sales. Currently, she's a sales assistant for a medical group in Baltimore.
Brothers and sisters?
Sister.
One sister?
Yeah.
Older or younger?
Older. She's 32.
Did she play ball or anything?
No, yeah, she.
No basketball from her?
No, and she's 6'2",
Oh, wow.
and she just never got into athletics.
Really?
Yeah, it was. We were kind of polar opposites, kind of growing up. She was very much into singing and kind of like, regarded. She was really great at it, throughout most of her high school career. But I was sports, the whole way growing up. So.
Are you married?
No.
Girlfriend?
No.
No girlfriend, kids?
No.
Surgeries, any surgeries?
Yes, I had one on my left knee.
Left knee? When was that?
That was in 2014.
What was it?
It was I had surgery on my MPFL, where they just kind of repaired it.
And nothing since?
No, yeah, been great since then.
Would you recommend going through an ANC combine? I mean, you've been through a lot of showcases and you've got it, so.
Yeah, absolutely. It's another opportunity. And that's what, at the end of the day, that's kind of really what it is. It's just finding ways to get more and more opportunities. And the way I look at it, you could be the best athlete in the world, a great football player, but if nobody knows who you are or gets a chance to see you, then they'll never know. So it just gives guys that opportunity to kind of get in front of some eyes, get in front of some guys that know other guys, and have a network into the NFL. So it just, it's like I'm saying, it's just a good opportunity to kind of get on the field and do what we do and maybe get a chance.
Nice. Do you have any questions for us at this point?
No, just I guess one I would have to say is, there's a lot of talk kind of going around. I've talked to a lot of guys about what's going on with the NFL coming forward. Do you know, like, moving into July and kind of continue like that? Are they starting to open up like workouts, stuff like that? Do you have any idea?
Currently they're not allowed to bring anybody in, and it's going to be really hard because of the social distancing that the NFL, like, I don't know if you saw last Friday, Roger Goodell sent out a memo that got posted online talking about how each locker has to be 6 feet away, social distancing, and they got to go to meetings with masks on. They have a lot of things. So they're currently in talks on how workouts are going to happen in the facilities and all that stuff, because it's going to be completely different than what they're used to. So they got to figure out how to operate business, and that's still a part that they're figuring out on how it's going to go. So they haven't released guidelines on that yet.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's I know it's trouble to be patient, or terrible to be patient, but you have been patient. You've been diligent. You've been chopping wood and coming here today, showing what you did. Obviously, you're not just size. I mean, you moved the bags and the people holding the bags really easy. You got out and blocked well. You were able to, totally get good position blocks and drive blocks, and then get your ass on the hole to, open up run lanes downfield. But then you caught the ball really well. I really thought, I was like, again, Fred Wakefield. This is a guy who can do a lot of things. Right. And if teams were allowed to even come, I was like, I think I told you and I told Rick, I was like, man, they would have a field day with our tight end group. Our tight end group was deep today.
Yeah, tight end group. This is one of with all the combines I've been at, this may have been one of the most deep tight end groups I've seen.
Yeah, me too. This was impressive with the number of tight ends that were at this workout today, as well as some other players. But I thought that group would have been like some people who run traditional tight end offenses could have got a guy today for sure. So, I just thank you for your effort and hanging around and spending some time with us today.
Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you guys. Again, thankful for the opportunity and for letting me sit down and talk to you a bit.
Yeah, and stay safe.
Yeah, absolutely. You
and
too.
Stay healthy, okay?
Yeah.